Marcus Rashford snubbed in the Barcelona dressing room? The England star's move to Camp Nou has sparked early drama, and we've got all the details. From angry teammates and tour cancellations, to last-minute transfers and young talent updates, this is your full rundown of the chaos at FC Barcelona. Let's break it down. Marcus Rashford's fresh start at Barcelona is already off to a rocky start, according to reports in Spain. In fact, some Spanish outlets are reporting that two senior players have openly snubbed him, before he has even been officially confirmed as a signing. After falling out with Man United boss Ruben Amorim, who went as far as saying he'd rather start his goalkeeping coach than Rashford, the England forward was shipped to Aston Villa on loan in January. Despite a solid spell, Villa passed on their £40 million buy option this summer. Rashford has now landed at Barcelona on another loan, this time with a £30 million buy clause. If Barca opt out, they'll owe Man United a financial penalty, the same as Chelsea did with Jadon Sancho. Rashford has now landed at Barcelona on another loan, this time with a £30 million buy clause. If Barca opt out, they'll owe Man United a financial penalty, the same as Chelsea did with Jadon Sancho. Transfer insider Fabrizio Romano confirmed the deal last week, with Rashford completing a medical and appearing in promo content, though the official announcement is expected Wednesday. But behind the scenes, the move is already creating tension. Spanish outlet sources claim two Barcelona players have been very cold toward Rashford and made it clear they don't want him at the club. The dressing room reaction has reportedly been mixed, with some players visibly angry about his arrival. Raphinha is said to suspect that President Joan Laporta and sporting director Deco brought in Rashford to push him out, after cooling on his performances late last season. Robert Lewandowski is also reportedly concerned the move could cut into his playing time, giving manager Hansi Flick food for thought before the season has even begun. Barcelona's pre-season has hit a major roadblock, and things are getting messy. The team was all set to fly out to Japan this Thursday for a friendly match against Vissel Kobe on Sunday. But now, that game is officially off the table. The club has released a statement explaining that serious contractual issues with the event promoter have forced them to cancel the trip. Barca says they regret the situation, and understand how disappointing this is for their fans in Japan who were excited to see the team live. As for the rest of the preseason tour in Asia, specifically the games in South Korea, those are still hanging in the balance. The club says they might move forward with that part of the tour only if the promoter meets certain conditions in the next few days. So, for now, the whole trip is up in the air, and with the new season fast approaching, this is the last thing Barcelona needed. FC Barcelona announces that it has been obliged to suspend its participation in the game scheduled for next Sunday in Japan due to serious contractual breaches on behalf of the promoter. Nevertheless, the club will consider readjusting the leg of the summer tour in South Korea, where two games are scheduled against FC Seoul July 31st, and Daegu FC August 4th, if certain conditions are met by the promoter. If these conditions are met, then the club will travel to South Korea in the coming days. FC Barcelona regrets this incident and the impact it will have on the many Barca fans in Japan. It's not clear yet if Barcelona's other two scheduled friendlies will now go ahead as originally planned. Barca had also been due to play games in South Korea against FC Seoul on Thursday and Daegu the following Monday. Gerard Romero says the whole tour is now hanging by a thread, in what will be a major blow to the club's preseason preparations. Barca had been due to announce their squad for the tour ahead of the scheduled flight, but we will have to wait and see what happens next. La Liga champions Barcelona have agreed on the terms of a sale for an out-of-favor member of the club's attacking ranks. That's according to market insider Fabrizio Romano, amongst others who highlight Pau Victor as the player in question. Frontman Victor has taken his place front and center in the media chatter in Catalonia's capital across the day to date. This comes after word was forthcoming that the Spaniard was the subject of mounting transfer interest by way of Portuguese outfit SC Braga. Following the arrival of Marcus Rashford in Hansi Flick's squad, it has begun to look increasingly likely that Victor will be on the move before the summer is out. And as alluded to above, if the latest word doing the rounds online on Wednesday is anything to go by, then as much now appears to have moved a significant step closer. As per a report from Fabrizio Romano, citing the Athletics Paul Ballas, SC Braga have agreed deal in principle with Barcelona for Pau Victor. €12 million fixed fee plus €3 million add-ons. Barcelona are negotiating also a buyback clause as part of the package. SC Braga have agreed deal in principle with Barcelona for Pau Victor. €12 million fixed fee plus €3 million add-ons, as at Paul Ballas reported. Barcelona are negotiating also a buyback clause as part of the package. There was a real buzz around Barcelona's pre-season tour. Fans were eager to see the team up close again, and the club stood to gain both sporting and financial benefits from the trip. It was also meant to be the perfect stage to showcase new signings like Marcus Rashford, who had just been given the green light to play in the opening game in Japan. Not long after that, Rashford was officially unveiled as Barca's latest addition. But now that excitement has been cut short. Barcelona has officially cancelled the Japan leg of the tour, blaming serious contractual breaches by the promoter. It's a huge disappointment, especially for fans in Japan who were counting down the days to see their team live. Whether or not the rest of the Asian tour, particularly the games in South Korea, will go ahead is still up in the air. One thing's clear. What was supposed to be a smooth pre-season build-up is now turning into a logistical nightmare. Unfortunately, his debut and a visit from Barca to Japan will have to wait due to some unforeseen issues that have come up. As confirmed officially by the club itself, Barcelona will not be going to Japan this summer and the tour has been suspended. The reason behind this, as explained by the club, is due to a serious breach of contract by the promoter who was organizing this particular tour. Subsequently, the club also issued a statement saying that they regret this occurrence and the impact it will have on the community of Barcelona fans in Japan who were eager to see their team play so close to them. The trip to South Korea could still happen. However, this does not necessarily mean that the entire pre-season tour to Asia has been cancelled. For now, Barcelona would be willing to reschedule the part of the tour that was set to take place in South Korea if the promoter can meet certain conditions. Thus, at least for now, there are no guarantees about Barcelona and whether or not they will even take part in the tour. With the Joan Gamper Trophy game against Como scheduled to take place on the 10th of August, Barca would need to wrap up any agreements for any kind of pre-season tour well before that. Barcelona have agreed a fresh deal for Ghana talent Abdul Aziz Issa to return to the club for next season, where he will spend it on loan at Barca Athletic. The 19-year-old is a curious case, after playing little last year at the Catalan side. Last summer Aziz arrived on loan from Dreams FC, and barely played, making just 2 appearances under Albert Sanchez, amounting to just 26 minutes. That is despite making 61 appearances, scoring 12 goals and giving 4 assists in the Ghanaian Premier League. In May, having been an under-20 international on 5 occasions, Otto Addo called him up and gave him 30 minutes on his international debut for the Black Stars in a 4-0 friendly win over Trinidad and Tobago. Aziz Issa returns to Barcelona on loan. Barcelona have agreed a fresh deal for Aziz Issa to come back to the club, after reportedly not exercising an option to buy, say Sport. Last season was interrupted in May by his participation at the Under-20 African Cup of Nations, where Aziz played 4 times and scored once, winning man of the match in the quarterfinals as his side exited on penalties against Egypt, after a 2-2 draw. There's still confusion over exactly how much Barcelona paid to bring back Ghanaian youngster Aziz Issa. According to Ghana Soccer Net's Sadiq Adams, the club initially offered around €400,000, but that figure reportedly rose to €1 million during negotiations. It's unclear if that final amount was a loan fee or part of a purchase option, especially since Barca has only publicly announced 2 loan deals this summer, without mentioning any fees. What's surprising is that despite impressing on the international stage with Ghana, Aziz has yet to get a real shot with Barca Athletic. The 19-year-old barely played last season and is now set for another year in Spain's 4th division. With Juliano Belletti now in charge of the reserve side, fans are hoping Aziz finally gets a chance to show what he can do. He's part of a wider strategy by Barcelona to bet on young, low-risk talents, often with an eye toward future resale profit. For now, Aziz remains a talent to watch, if he gets the minutes he deserves. So, to recap, Rashford's arrival has caused shockwaves behind the scenes. Barcelona's Japan tour? Cancelled. Pau Victor out, Abdul Aziz Issa back in, the transfer wheel keeps spinning. And all this, before the season has even started. What do you think about the drama at Barca? Is Rashford already being pushed out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell. Big stories are still coming this week and you won't want to miss them. Thanks for watching, Cules. Until next time, Forza Barca.